What's up, soul family and my baddies? Coming to you with another message. I'm gonna try to do 2 videos a day to kind of stretch this out as much as I can. But this particular video that I want to talk about is how sometimes we get in these relationships, especially us women, we get in these relationships and we always saying that we want a certain type of man, we want a certain type of thing, and we want to live this type of lifestyle. But truth be told, that stuff really don't even matter. I'm just going to be real with you. All that stuff ain't going to matter, because when you leave this earth, you not going to take it with you. Let me say that. You're not going to be able to take none of that stuff, man or woman. You're not going to be able to take this stuff with you. So when you get to talking about what type of man you want in your life, you got to be specific. You know, being a queen is not about how you look. Being a queen is not about what you have. Being a queen is basically your morals and values. That's the only thing that being a queen, when you hold that title, it's not about the latest Nike pair, or it's not about the next outfit you're gonna get. It's not about whether you keep your nails done or anything like that. It's about your morals and your values. What's important to you? Okay? They don't cost a dime. Loyalty, trust, dedication, ambition, that type of stuff. You can want a wealthy man all you want, but if you don't have no plans lined up, then you can't consider yourself as a woman, or a queen, I should say. Queen, that's a better term. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know I went through this stuff so many times with guys that I would date. You know what I'm saying? They always would assume, based off how I look, it has something to do with what I want. Like, what if the man go broke? You mean to tell me you gonna leave him alone because he out of money? That's something you got to ask yourself, because you can have all the money in the world. I'm talking about, you can have all the money in the world, but if you mistreat that person while you got the money, then you're going to mistreat them when they ain't got no money. You're going to treat them worse. Man, I don't know how many times I have left relationships because of that. I left relationships not because of what they had in their pocket, because 9 times out of 10 when I met you, you ain't had no place to stay, you ain't had no money, you ain't had none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I saw potential in you. You know what I'm saying? So when you get with a person, and it's one thing, because I said this before, potential don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because a person can have potential, but they don't respect you as a woman. They don't respect you who you are or how you think. They don't respect how you operate. What's the point of being with them? What's the point of that person even being with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest things, because me, myself, I got a son. I don't know how many of y'all got sons out there, but I'd be damned if I would want my son to be with anybody who only want him because of what he have and how he look. That just defeat the whole point. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Okay? Because a person can be fine as hell, but be dumb as a box of rocks. And don't let them be clingy. Like, I don't like, me, myself, I can't speak for nobody else, I do not like a clingy person. I don't. I want to be able to hit the corner store without a chaperone. I don't want to have to deal with your insecurities. And anybody who's confident don't want to deal with a person that has so many insecurities that you feel like you got to whoop their ass at the damn door. Oh, I think you doing this. That'll make a person cheat. That'll make a person cheat. Real talk. That'll make anybody cheat. Oh, I think you're doing this. Oh, the only reason why you're doing this because of that. Oh, that person in your life because they been in your life and this and that and the other. I don't have time to build a block on your self-esteem. For real. Because that is so toxic to constantly have to go back and forth with a person over and over again. Now you got to put up with the lies. Now they want you to respect the lies. Nobody got time to be doing that shit. Nobody. I'm not your emotional dump bucket. I'm not your slut bucket. I'm not none of them buckets. I'm not a bucket, period. And that's what I want women to understand. Like, just because a person provide for you, do for you, man, you have you a plan. You have you a backup plan financially. Because you don't want to be somebody's scapegoat when they don't have shit. Oh, when I had this, they was when I had that, they was this. Man, no, fuck that. Fuck all of that. If a woman like me, any woman like me, if I ain't with you, I ain't with you because I don't like the way you treat me. I don't like the way you think. You gonna get me and you and everybody else around us fucked off. That's the reason. So when people do stuff like that, you know, you got to look at the situation for what it is, man. People show you who they really are all the time. It's whether you really accept who they are. I had to go through a death of an ego about a lot of shit. Like, I was so worried about, oh, when I'm going to get this next dollar, when I'm going to get this next... And you know what? I had to think about the shit. I said, you know what? When I had money, I wasn't treating the people that I needed to be treated right. And I didn't like that shit when it was done to me. So why in the fuck would I even make that a big issue anyway? I had to humble myself. Real talk. And it wasn't like I had to humble myself from looking for their next dollar. I had to humble myself for my next dollar. Because I didn't give a damn about how they felt or how they think. I didn't let them get a word edgewise. And I had to stop that shit. I did. Because you gonna run off good people like that. People that want to do for you. You gonna piss them off. When they say, hey, do you want, you want some shoes? Nah, I'm good. That's ego. Because somebody really want to do for you, but you can't even accept that because you so busy thinking about how the last person mistreated you. You feel like you got to be the breadwinner. You feel like you got to be the one to run the show. That ain't it. I had to let this shit go. I had to understand. I'm the woman. Yeah, I'm going to support my man the best way I know how. I'm going to support him. You know what I'm saying? If he ever lacking on anything, I got him. Just know I got him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's all I'm going to wrap it up. And I was really talking with the ladies when it come down to that because, you know what I mean? It's really good men out there that really support, you know what I'm saying, women who really trying and really going through the healing process. But, you know, sometimes we'll get too big-headed and then we'll try to be the man too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the man. I want to be the woman. But I also had to recognize what a man is. That's a part of when you going through abandonment issues, you kind of don't really know exactly how a man's supposed to treat you because when your father isn't present or a male figure that isn't present or you are adopting different morals and values from somebody else's perspective, it's hard for you to distinguish what's right and what's wrong. And so now you just accepting what somebody else believed to be right. And what they believe to be right may not even be authentic for you. Okay? So I want all my women to know that, man, y'all all are queens. Sometimes we just gotta let certain situations go. You know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in no position where you have to be the one that you gotta take care of the man all the time. Because, I mean, just like there's women out there that's gold diggers, man, there's men out there that's gold diggers too. They just ain't gonna accept it because of how the world is. You know what I'm saying? How the world is. They feel like, oh, she pretty. Oh, she thick. Oh, I know she want a man with some money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I would love for a man to be financially stable, but I also know that I can be financially stable too. But God had to humble me because I know I can get money. I know I'm independent on so many levels when it comes down to certain things. But I also had to humble myself. If I wanted a man who was just as successful as me, I had to also remember that I need to submit to his lead. So that he'll always be there when I need him. You know what I'm saying? That's where submission come in. Submission ain't always, oh, if you don't send me a pic or a naked pic, or if you don't, you know what I mean, suck my thing this way, you know what I'm saying? That means I gotta go somewhere else. That's not how it works. Period. It's all about the respect. It's all about respect. It's all about not putting that man in a situation where he had to choose between his friends and you because he think you finna go be in another man on his nigga face. Respect is when you know that man is out of town and he ain't got to worry about you. That's respect. Respect is you ain't giving these niggas eye contact, whether it's his friends or whether it's a nigga down the street. Man, you don't want a nigga to watch you how he got you. Period. That's not how we respect ourselves when you do little shit like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with dressing sexy. Ain't nothing wrong with looking good. You understand what I'm saying? But you never want to put yourself in a situation where you have to be a part of something that you're not. Ain't nothing wrong with being confident. Ain't nothing wrong with holding your crown up. But you ain't got to be looking like busted up Betty just because he insecure about himself. You got the wrong motherfucker. You got the wrong man. Because ain't no real man want his woman to be around here not keeping her weight up. Ain't no real man or successful man want his woman out here to be around here just got to be jazzy just because that's the only way that she can feel good by herself. Man, you should be able to feel good whether you feeling raggedy or not. And while that man off working on him, providing for the family, this is what you do. You work on yourself, whether it's emotionally, physically, whatever. Get that man something to look at when he get home. Because when you step out, you represent him. Just like when he step out, he represent you. You want him to represent you right? You don't want him in no other female face. He don't want you in no... Man, you got to look at it like this, man. That's why I tell people it's so important to take it slow. I had to learn that shit the hard way. When you take it slow with people, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand. Just like you got expectations, they got expectations too. That's a fact. Everybody want this power couple of love. Everybody want the Keisha and the Gucci Man relationship, the Nipsey and the Lauren London relationship. But you don't know what these folk had to go through mentally in order to get where they are, because wealth is in the mind. You gotta understand what your self-worth is before you can sit around and say you want to be like anybody else. Be like you. Love on you. So that your man can love you the way you want to be loved. The same thing for a man. Don't go in 6 months being like somebody else or being like what they want you to be the first 6 months. Man, be who you are with or without them around them. Just have some class about it. If you a clean person, be clean. Don't pretend to be clean. Practice on that before you get in that relationship. But be yourself. Understand who you are, because you don't want nobody to create an avatar of you and then 6 months down the line they say you changed. No, you should stay the same. If that person don't accept you for who you are when you first get with them, guess what? They ain't for you. I don't care how it look. I don't care how shiny it look. So that's the message I got today. That was a lot. Stay blessed, stay humble, stay healthy, but most of all, peace.